Hey, everybody, heard from the Parlor here at NAMM. Got lots of good stuff going on. Make sure you get to NAMM. Here's what we're doing. We'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's 23, 24, and 25. Our first panel, who you're going to meet in a minute, is sports and music. Incredible opportunities for you. On that Friday, we're having world music. Somebody from the Afrobeats world, somebody from the Latin world, somebody from the K-pop world, some special guest artists from that world. You want to be there for that as well, too. And then on Saturday, we're having superstars of production. Chris Riddick-Tynes, who's got Grammy nominations, a couple of special artists that I can't announce just yet. We're very close. Giddy Gittleman, who's got Grammy nominations currently for Money Long and other stuff. You're gonna meet stars and learn the secrets behind how to have your production be better. The times are on that Thursday and Friday, 5 o'clock, Hilton Ballroom up on the second floor. Saturday in the Idea Center in Building B. Get there early. Those who get there early, you may have an opportunity to win free NAMM badges. Also potentially plugins from our folks at Isotope and Native Instrument. Lots going on. Without further ado, I want you to meet the sports panel. Notice a couple of things. They're your age, and they are kicking behind. You're going to meet Josh Sutherland. He's with the NFL. You'll meet Paula Hughes, who runs Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird's firm for capturing media stories, and the intrepid and incredible Des Dickerson, who is the brand manager behind an artist named Flage, who happens to also play for LSU. These folks are experts at social media, branding, name, image, and likeness. There's so much opportunity in sports for music and creators. It's going to be a blast. It's your opportunity. Without further ado, check them out. We have for you Josh Sutherland, who's with the NFL. And is the music supervisor for the NFL, and really an amazing story. Paula Hughes runs and takes care of Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe's nonprofit. They tell stories all around the world. They capture media. And Des Dickerson, amongst a number of things, 30 Under 30 and a bunch of different stuff, has been an amazing person behind Flage, who has really become a cultural thing. Like, it's more than just an act. She is a cultural movement, and it's a credit to you. That's the quick introduction. These are the people you'll meet at the panel, so you can find out other ways to deal with your career. Here's my sports perspective, and you guys chime in. I think sports has become the epicenter for so many things that it's its own force. Rights, women's rights, bringing people together, international growth, race, politics, transgender. It's literally what television thrives on in terms of bringing people together. It crosses color lines. It brings people together who don't necessarily like each other. And it is only growing in its stature. And I think that media inside sports is almost media itself. And so music and cultural stuff comes into play. Fair or not fair?
Definitely fair. That's definitely fair.
Yeah. Josh, do you see the same thing?
Yeah, I would say so. I think a lot of people like to say they're in charge of pushing culture forward, but when you work in sports, you really do have that opportunity to do that. So
I can't ever catch Paula or Desi because they're just on airplanes.
Yeah, I live on a plane.
I'm over it at this point, so come catch me. I'm ready to down to where.
I mean, last time I ran into Paula, we have a facility in DC that has virtual production. I've talked to you guys about it. And so we were in the same city at the same time. I couldn't get to her because she was busy giving out something at the White House. I was like, what?
Big time.
I've never been to the White House, and here she is in the briefing thing, and it had to do with the new volleyball team, right, Paula?
Oh my gosh, yes. I think we like to say like sports is ground zero for every ism. So like everything that's happening in the world is microsport. Sports is a microcosm for that. So I think we are all kind of at the intersection of changing the world to some degree.
I think that's well put. So for the audience watching this is what it means to you. The NFL has a developing artist program. You might not ever mix Imagine Dragons. You might not become Bruno Mars, but your contributions may work over in sports in a different way. You have an opportunity to expand what you do. You have an opportunity to be global in what you do. That doesn't always exist in records. So when I tell you on Thursday, the 23rd, no, on Wednesday, sorry, the 23rd, get your ass to Anaheim and do not miss this whatsoever. We are presenting you an opportunity that you usually can't get to. Is giving back and letting people know about these opportunities an important part of you guys' mission statement, just your personal ethos?
Yeah, for me, absolutely. Why I do what I do is so I can make impact. I mean, it's fun to push athletes and entertainers' careers along and to give them that visibility to tell their story. But my goal is always to make impact socially. I work specifically with college students. Like, I want them to be able to walk away from college with way more opportunity outside of what they can do on the court or on the field or whatever that is. I want to give them the leverage to make an impact that's generational.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Paula, you feel the same?
I feel deeply the same. I feel like when I first started working at Togethxr, it was 2021, and they said the stat that goes around is like women's sports made up 4% of all sports media coverage. So that was everything from your WNBA all the way down to like your middle school, high school team. That was both Serena and the little kid and nephew that you knew. And now the women's sports space is 25% of all media coverage. And I like to think that I played a small, Togethxr played a small minor.
Absolutely. Togethxr has played a huge role in that.
So it feels cool to just be able to say, like, we're fucking here and we're not stopping yet. So I feel deeply connected.
Josh, you too?
Yeah, I agree with what both of you said. And I think, not speaking for everyone, but I think someone has like placed something in our lives when we were younger and kind of gave us that fire and lit that fire under us to try and, do better and push us to be better. So for me, it's always about doing that for someone else and for the next generation, realizing that like the seat I'm in is because of an opportunity I was granted. And so if I can afford that opportunity to someone else, by all means.
Can I take just a quick point of personal pride, like for 10 seconds? Is that cool?
As you should.
Yeah.
So my dad was the first Black football player in the Canadian Football League. He was the Jackie Robinson of the Canadian Football League. So I grew up wondering why everybody thought Herb Chalk was cool, because he retired before I played. I thought it was me, and it turned out it was him. I just had the same name. But I got sort of that firsthand look of breaking the color thing, being contributory. He stayed in Montreal, which is where I was born. And the impact of sports, to this day, they still call me to come back during Diversity Month and celebrate something. He passed away in the 80s, and sports has lasted, and that cultural impact has lasted that long. And don't think I don't play it. If you all want to smuggle some cocaine into Canada, give it to me. When I'm at the thing, I go, hey, Herb Chalk. They go, oh, you're Herbie's boy. Come right on through. So just in case the gig doesn't work out, I got a side gig for you. So, but so to everybody watching, while we're having fun with it, please understand that this is a really opportunistic endeavor. It is a hard door to get through. It is access isn't for everybody. You have to know your stuff. You have to be interested. And as you saw from these three stellar individuals, it really helps if you have a heart of giving back. Like it ain't just take. That's not how sports works. You get when you give, and you can get really good when you give, but you also can get kicked out if you come up in there wrong. Is that also fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Very much so.
100%.
It's got some sharp elbows to it. Well, the fun thing as we wrap up is if you come to our panel, we'll go in depth on some of what they do. I mean, if you just watch Monday Night Football and look at the opening, and it goes from Chris Stapleton to Snoop with other intervals in there of other kinds of music and all that kind of stuff. And you'll hear Flau'jae, or you do whatever. When you see some of Paula's stories and see how they wind it in, your skill sets, no matter what they are, could be making music, could be mixing music, could be writing, could be editing, could be video, could be who knows what it may be. There may be a way for you to find a career that frankly lasts a lot longer than a hit record. Like a hit record comes and goes and you out of here. I've been on both sides of that coin, which is why I'm now a podcaster. Yeah. So yeah, Herbie's no fool, that's for sure. I'm honored by your presence. I'm glad you took the time out so we could just get this up and let folks know. We're going to pack out that panel. That panel again is Thursday, the 23rd, in the Hilton Ballroom on the second floor at 5:00. You're going to meet these three superstars, and we're going to share a lot of information with you, and you have a chance to change your career. Y'all with it?
Let's do it.
I can't wait.
Excited.
I am super thrilled. By the way, the only thing I want to make sure, Paula, if you and Des ever get together, please let me know, because the world is going to tilt. Literally tilt. And
Wait,
Josh,
wait,
I'm going to throw you in the
I was gonna say, add me to that thread just so I know I'm not.
all of it.
Okay.
there's some serious power here. So all good in the neighborhood, guys. Thank you so much. I'm back at you. Hit our team if you need anything. We'll hook stuff up. We'll get all your badging information. And the Sports NAMM panel coming up. Josh Sutherland, Des Dickerson, Paula Hughes. We'll catch you all next time. Deuces.